One person who didn't seem to like your speech to Davos was President Trump. I'm sure that's not because you got a standing O and he didn't.
His was bigger. His standing ovation was bigger. Let's be clear about that, and let's not.
Well, that's interesting because that goes to what I want to ask you, which is your system for dealing with President Trump. Every leader in the world has to have one, and we watched your first meeting with President Trump. I think it was 8 days after your election, and the deftness was pretty impressive. I was struck, Mr. Trump was talking about making Canada the 51st state, and he said, I'm a real estate developer, and you look at that artificial line, it doesn't make sense. And you said, Mr. President, as you know from real estate, there are some places that are never for sale, like the White House or Buckingham Palace. So you kind of managed your way through there in a way that a lot of other leaders haven't managed to do. So what's your game plan for managing Mr. Trump?
Wow, okay. Look at the 21 minutes. I'll be able to swing that, stretch this out.
It's time for another adjacent answer.
Exactly. No, the game, but look, I think the first thing is one, respect, but not obsequiousness, right? He's president for a reason. He's had success in other areas. He's eminently, elected twice. You would say elected 3 times. He does, but very successful politician, and what I find is that he appreciates, particularly in private, being direct and discussing issues and being clear where your position is. So that is crucial. You don't want to, I'm going to say something very obvious, but it's important. You don't want to say anything in public that you can't back up. You might choose your words. One chooses language for the audience, right? I mean, that's true in any circumstance. So you're careful in terms of the language that you use with him, but in a way that's consistent with what you really think. And then it's quite different in private. It's much more. He is more interested in your viewpoint on various things in private, and that creates an ability to work through things. But it's not easy, to be clear. It's not easy.